All right, guys. We're going to be going through lesson 12 in your instruction book. Now, this is your instruction book that you took home. Um, I believe it's the one that's green, green and shiny. That's your instruction book. And then your other one is your practice and problem solving book. And we'll go through lesson 12 in there on a different video. Now, remember that when you are doing this activity, it is on your Google Classroom. It's going to be under classwork. And right here we have lesson 12 instruction. That is problem solving with percents. Oops, I didn't mean to take you there. I didn't need to go there. All right, let's try that again. Here we go, rewind. All right, so we're going to click on this. Remember, it's going to take you to those worksheets where you begin with your Google account. All right, now when you're going through this and doing this lesson with the video, remember this is flipped. We're not doing this in class. You're either watching the video during your study hall time or another time and going through this. This is a lesson that you will get a grade on this, and the grade will be for you doing the lesson. As far as working problems that show me for sure that you know how to do this, there are other lessons for that. But this is a tutorial that you need to go through so that we can spend the time in class working our actual work problems together. So this is what we call flipping the classroom. And we're going to give this a shot. We're going to try it. What you need to do is you need to pay attention to the video. You can pause it when you need to pause it. And when you do pause it, you can type in your answers because I will type in the answers on the screen and all you have to do is work along with it and type those answers in. So we're going to start right here on lesson 12, problem solving with proportional relationships. And it's using percentages that we've already been working on in class. It says, it's the end of the soccer season and all equipment at the sports stop is on sale. We like sales. That's why you need to know how to work with percentages. What is the sale price of a soccer ball that regularly sells for $28? Notice it says all soccer equipment is on sale for 20% off the regular price. 20% is good. We like 50 to 75% better off a price, but we'll go with 20 for now. All right, it says, first question here. What does 20% off the regular price mean? Well, that means that they're going to reduce the price by 20%. So let's say they will reduce the price by 20%. All right, means you're going to save 20%. How do you write 20% as a decimal? Well, remember, we've been doing this in class. We move our decimal 2 places to the left. So instead of 20%, we would have 0.20. Right? The next question says, what is the regular price of the soccer ball? Well, it says right here, it regularly sells for $28. So we're going to put our $28 right there. Now, you can either put it like that, or you can put the 0.00. It doesn't matter on this one right here. I prefer to put the 0.00 because it looks more like money. All right. How would you find 20% of the regular price? Okay, let's answer that question first. We've been doing that in class. We've been finding the percent of a number. So if we were going to find 20% of $28, we would have to work that out. So first of all, we change it to a decimal, right? So we have 0.20. And what do we say of means when we're doing this? of, my friends, is always times or multiply. And then the dollar amount that we're looking at is the $28. All right, so if we were to find our little calculator here, just because we're doing this way. All right, so we have 0.20. You don't have to type the 0 if you don't want to. You can just put 0.20 times 28 equals 5.6. All right, so let's put our equals 5.6. Now, 5.6 is our decimal, but it is also our price. So 5.6 is the same as $5.60. That is 20% off the price. What would you do with this amount to find the sale price? Okay, well, to find the sale price, you take the original amount, which was $28. We're going to say $28. And we're going to subtract the amount of $5.60. $28 minus $5.60. You take it away from the, you take the discount away from the sale price, and that gives us, let's do it on our calculator so you can see how it works. Let's clear this out. So $28 minus $5.60. You can put the 0 on there if you want to, but you don't have to. All right, so that comes out to $22.40. All right, because you subtract the discount from the regular price. Okay, so it asks us for the sale price, and we already found that right there. So we're going to put that in here, $22.40. All right, and now it says, summarize the steps you would take to find the sale price given the regular price and a % discount. Well, to find the sale percent given, first you find the % given of the regular price. Okay, I don't like the way they're wording this. So what you need to do is you need to find the amount find the amount of the regular price by using the % discount times the regular price. After you find that, you subtract the discount from the regular price. There we go, just like we did up here. Now remember, you can pause this so that you can write down your answers before you move on to the next page. All right, right here it says you can use a bar model to represent the problem from the previous page. This model helps you see the relationship between the parts and the whole, the sale price and the amount of the discount to make up the regular price. So you have the regular price, the sale price, and the amount of the discount, because the sale price plus the discount should be the same as the regular price. You can write an equation to represent this where the sale price equals $28 minus 20% of the $28. So you can write it as an equation, and we'll look at that more. Right here, these words need to be put into your composition book for definitions. We have markup, a % added to the cost of an item to determine the selling price, simple interest, the % of an amount borrowed that is paid to the lender in addition to the amount borrowed, tax, a % of a purchase that is added to the purchase and paid to the government, gratuity, that's when you go to a restaurant and you give a tip or something like that. It's a % added to the cost of a service. Commission, the percent of sales awarded to the person making the sale. When people work in clothing stores or they sell cars, they get a commission off of what they sell. It says, in the bar model above, the discount is 20%. What percent of the regular price is the sale price? Well, if the discount is 20% and you want to know what the sale price is, well, all you'd have to do is take 100%, because you have to have the other part to make this. So you have to use your discount plus your sale price. This is 20% of the price. And to get to 100% of the price, you would say 100 minus 20, or you would say 80%. All right, so 80% of the regular price is the sale price. You would simply take 100% and you would subtract the 20% to equal 80%. All right, remember that you can pause this if you need to. And in order to find that sale price, you can take this 80% right here, 80% of the total price, which is $28, equals your sale price, which was $22.40. If you want to see it on the calculator to see that it comes out to the same number, I will show you that. Let's clear this. So we're going to say $28 was the regular price, and you're only going to pay 80% of it because they took 20% off. So you're going to do times 0.8 equals $22.40. So there you go. Remember to pause it and write your answers down. All right, this says to read the problem below, you can use a bar diagram to show the relationship between the amount borrowed, the interest, and the amount that you have to pay back. The diagram shows the amount borrowed plus the amount of simple interest. All right, so if you borrow money, you pay interest on that. And you have to not only pay back the part you borrowed, but you have to pay the interest as well. And then that gives you the total amount that you have to pay back. All right, it says you can write an equation to help find the total amount to pay back. Well, the amount that you borrowed was $300. And you're also going to have to pay the interest, which was 5% of $300 for 1 year. So you have 0.05 times 300, because you have to change the 5% to a decimal, which you take it 2 places to the left. So you have 300, plus you have to pay this percentage right here, 0.05 times 300. And that tells you the total amount that you have to pay back. All right, it says look at the bar diagram. What term refers to the amount that Joshua had to pay back in addition to the $300 he borrows? So this part right here, the term that we're looking for there is interest. He has to pay the interest. All right. What is the interest rate in the bar diagram? Well, it shows us right here that it is 5%. So the interest rate is 5%. How is the interest rate expressed in the equation? Well, remember, you have to change it to a decimal. And a decimal for that, remember, you move your decimal 2 places to the left, is 0.05. All right? And it says, what does 0.05 times 300? Well, that is the amount of the interest that he would pay for 1 year. the amount of interest he would pay for 1 year. All right here, amount of interest in 1 year. All right, what does each number in the expression represent? Okay, well, 0.05 is the interest rate. And 300 is the amount she borrowed. And another word for that is the principal. Okay, the principal. All right, number 5, show how to find how much he pays in 1 year. Well, that is our 0.05 times 300. You would multiply that out. And when you do multiply that out, let's show you what you get. All right, let's clear this. 0.05 times 300, that gives us $15. So $15, stop that. Because $15 is the amount that he would pay. And let's go ahead and put a dollar sign in front of this just so you can see that that's money right there. All right. Then it says, show how to find the total amount he has to pay back. Well, he borrowed 300, but he has to pay back the 300 plus his interest. So the interest was 15. So when we add that up, 300 plus 15, he has to pay back $315. And it says, describe how to find the total amount to pay on a loan when paying simple interest. Well, you're going to multiply the interest rate times the amount borrowed, or the principal. Then you add the interest, not the interest rate, but the interest when you find it, to the amount. Let's put that on the next line, to the amount borrowed. So once you add those two up, you find out exactly how much you have to pay back. All right, now remember, you can pause it, you can put your answers in, you can start the video again so that you can get these. Again, you are recording your answers on this sheet or on this activity. You can do it in your book if you choose. It says, Morgan's mom wants to borrow $720 to buy a new computer. The store will charge her 8% simple interest for 1 year. How much will she have to pay back if she pays the full amount in 1 year? Well, let's look at our equation up here. All right, the total amount to pay back is going to be the amount she borrows plus the amount of interest, and then that gives us our total. All right, so she's going to borrow $720. And she's going to have to add that to the amount of interest. So I'm going to put it in parentheses just so that you can see it. Now, her interest rate is 8%. So if we move our decimal 2 places over, remember there's not one here, so we got to put a placeholder. So that's going to be 0.08 times the amount that she borrowed, which is $720. That's the $720. All right, we'll find that. And then when we add that number to the 720, that will tell us what she has to pay back. So again, let's take a look at our calculator. Let's clear this out. So let's say we have to do the part first in parentheses. We've got 0.08 times 720. So she's going to pay $57.60 in interest. All right, so let's do this. So we have $720 plus, and what was our amount? $57.60. $57.60. All right. And when we add those two numbers together, let's go back to our calculator. 57.6. Now we're going to add back the 720. So she's going to pay a total of $777.60. Again, so that you can see that on here, $777.60. All right, I would like for you to try this one on your own. Pause the video and try it yourself. And then after you've tried it yourself, you can turn the video back on and I'll put the answer in. So pause it now. Turn it back on when you're done. All right, I am assuming that you tried this. So what we're going to do now is we're going to say, we're going to put the answers in here. It says a bank advertises that they will pay 1.5% simple annual interest on a new savings account. So he's not spending money, he's saving money. Lorenzo puts $400 into a new account. If he does not deposit or withdraw any money, how much will he have altogether after 1 year? All right, well, let's do this. We've got $400 is what he put in there. And he's going to get some interest on that he's going to earn. It's going to be his money. All right, and then we have 1.5%. Remember, we have to take our decimal 2 places to the left, so we're going to have 0.015 times, and the amount that he put in there was the $400. There's $400. And when we add that up, you will know how much you'll have at the end of the year. Well, let's do this. So we've got $400 plus, and if we take, let's use our calculator here. We're going to say, let's clear this. We've got 0.015 times, and the amount of money was $400. Ooh, what are we doing here? That's not right. 0.015 times. There we go. 400. There we go. That looks better. All right. So that is $6. And if we add those two numbers together, you will have $406 at the end of 1 year. All right. What we're going to do is I'm going to stop this video here for now, and then I will make a second part of this video where you can work the rest of the problems together with me. So I'm stopping the video here. Make sure you have these answers, and then you switch to the second video. So let me turn this off. Stop recording. There we go.